Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful day.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about the facts of life. The facts of life. When the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, and suddenly you're finding out the facts of life are all about you. It takes a lot to get them right when you're learning the facts of life. Learning the facts of life. Learning the facts
Grampo. That's okay. I'm doing good. Hey, y'all come around.
Yes. Because whatever's left on the ground, y'all got to pick up at the end. All right, 30 seconds.
I can hear them hitting me.
Right here's the whole spot.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my dang. Oh my.
You never said you had to throw one at a time.
No, you can shotgun blast it if you want to.
Yeah.
Right, let's go on the ground.
5, 4.
Pull them off as we count.
You can if it helps you.
Get up, Katie.
Shh. I got that.
I'm ready to eat Cheetos.
Please tell me you're eating Cheetos that don't have shaving cream on them.
What's your favorite, bro?
That was all. Get the Cheeto back. Can I ask? You're holding it. Get the.
Hey, come on, everybody cheer. Hey.
Oh, Terrence, man, a creepy guy. A real creepy guy.
This is, everybody's on their phones? Which one?
I'm on some lucky charms.
Phone time. Da-da. Say, I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. So, say same age.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
You said possible.
That's true.
I didn't see that when Rebecca was playing. I'm just watching them.
Ken, they're not even going to the detonate.
At all.
I got terrible aim.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
I haven't seen my car yet.
I didn't even get to see that car.
Wait, what my car's on?
All right, guys, y'all got like 3 more minutes.
Daddy was right. Okay. Oh,
You
dang.
go from a person to, oh, okay, cool.
A fruit roll up. Oh, my person died.
Mine is leg. My person's dead too, so it's okay.
Here we go.
Came out there on tried.
It's unexplainable.
What you mean it's unexplained?
It's in the
So you're gonna
I said
oh
that earlier.
okay. Okay, stop. You say it's in the Bible. Whore is in the Bible. Don't mean you and Rebecca is a whore.
But he said in the beginning and
Who is he?
God.
Prove that God.
He didn't get there, but he did.
But how believable is that? Do you think that that would actually come true? We have our doubts. Why?
This never happened before.
It's never happened before. It's not likely.
Right.
But you can't say not from a small town because Jimmy Carter came from Plains, and Plains ain't no big town.
Yeah.
You're right.
But still, nonetheless, you say, well, it's just not likely the president's going to come out of Ty. If this guy, Isaiah, prophesies that the Messiah's going to come out of a teeny tiny town called Bethlehem, I'm sure at some point, even those within the Jewish faith are going to say, come on, man. Not from our mother city, Jerusalem? He'll come out of Bethlehem? Come on. We tend to
Oh, so now you gonna tell me God sat in the chair at Dollar General and made you? You made yourself?
No! Not this! Not this!
Prove it.
I'm right here! I'm sitting down!
Just because you were sitting, I mean God made you.
I'm here in your presence in this world. He made me. So I'm
Prove
sitting-
it. So you done. So ain't none of y'all can prove, none of y'all tell
He
me.
wasn't a big man. You won't let us prove it.
Okay, I'ma stop, prove it. Okay, scientific experiment, then step by step prove it. No, forget the claim. Prove that God made you. Now y'all got me interested in this God thing. Prove that God
No,
made you.
you're the one came to us asking about it, okay? I was gonna show you my cool
Okay, I'm going to tell me you just,
ask all these really weird questions.
I'm gonna give you a leeway. I'm gonna give you a leeway. You made that, but you got me more interested in the apple pie.
How did I do that?
How?
Show you
Okay, you can prove to me that you made that, right or wrong. But you can't prove to me that God made you.
I wasn't trying to.
I'm asking you. Okay, but this is when you want me to believe that God made you. You want me to believe that. When I'm telling it was a massive explosion.
What are you talking about?
Big man.
I just wanted to show you my cool arrow.
Okay, it's cool. We agree your arrowhead is cool.
I want to show you that.
I just told you. Yeah, it was a big pop and I came out.
Did you hear it?
I'm about to say, how do you hear that?
Yes, I
did. The big pop?
Yes.
The big pop?
I was made out of nothing. It just
No.
and the air thing on it, see here's the difference where I know I'm right and you're wrong. Because when my Big Bang Pop came, I came out driving. You didn't. You gonna tell me you came out crying as a baby.
I didn't cry. They had to.
Yes, you was
They
right.
had to do something.
She was just looking. She like,
Okay, let's go with this. God made you, right? Okay, question over. God made you. God made that Play-Doh, right?
Yes.
How old are you?
Look.
You weren't born till, right? And over the years you did what? You grew. So you gonna tell me 12 years later I come like that thing on that table gonna be bigger than it is?
No.
So then why? So stop. So if God made it, and I'm using y'all say because I got my print on it. So God printed on you. Am I right? And if God made that, God printed
It is
that.
a
So if it's
print.
the same DNA, same print, why is that not growing in you?
Because this is not real. Well, it's
Oh, so
real.
God gonna create something. So that means you're not real.
No, I can't remember. This is Play-Doh. This is not
Play-Doh?
This is a thing.
Huh?
I'm a person.
You confusing me. I'm gonna just you know.
very peaceful, long, painful atonement. Who invented crucifixion? The Romans? The Romans did. The crucifixion was not a new thing. The Romans had developed it to be a very nasty, terrible, painful, torturing way to die. And Romans were masters of the craft of killing people. So how does that look if you're part of that group that says, well, you know, they just didn't do a good job of what they did? Do you think that's likely? No. But I would dare say that the crucifixion of Christ was even more brutal than average. He had to be off of that cross by a certain time. They had to speed it up. Now, in fulfilling a prophecy, if you look back in the Old Testament, it talks about actually how he dies and how his bones will not be broken. But did you know a common method to speed up a crucifixion was to break the legs so they would fall and hang and slowly suffocate themselves because they can't push themselves up and hold themselves up. So, bones have been unearthed of people who were crucified, and their tib and fib has been smashed in the act of it, and that's how they broke their legs for them to slowly suffocate. Except for Christ, who prophecy fulfilled, his bones would not be broken, but to make sure that he was dead, and he knew how to go, stabbed him in the side, spear right through the side.
And water came pouring out. Isn't that what? Water came pouring out.
Blood and water came out.
Why did they break his legs?
Don't know why he decided. God made sure it didn't happen. It was prophesied it wouldn't happen though. Interesting though. Which gives more credence to he was who he was, right? But this goes back to what we were talking about then. How could he not be good and dead when they put him in the tomb? Right?
Now that was priceless. I got to clean the camera.
Is it on?
Yes.
It's a little more scary with yeah, it looks like a trash can being coming at you. Well,
Oh no!
it's where it's going. All right.
Good catch, Daniel.
And you just negated that whole thing right there. Sure did.
Okay, it can be the same number.
So who's going first? Yeah, same number. No,
So you
no
do
matter
it
what
first.
shoot, it has to be the same number.
The other goes first. First person to run out warning.
We gonna start art.
No, well I don't know.
Okay.
Got it.
Ray, you got it first? I mean, you got ace?
Ace. Or now I'm with it. She laid her glasses down somewhere and now she can't find them.
Okay.
That's what I need to. That's what I laid down and I can't find them. I'm like,
You go. You
come
go.
here. Look around. See, she's all over glasses.
Go fishing.
Oh, my turn. We got a queen.
Count them in the pool.
Whose turn?
Yours. What? Hold here.
That's my groove right there. That's all you get.
We don't want to be copyrighted.
That's Trip Trap. Marcus Miller. Good groove music. Good stuff.
Oh, that's all we get.
I'm sorry, this is my jam.
Let's not get distracted. Get to the session.
This gets me back into it. Anyway, Marcus Miller. Check.
It's true. He didn't get there, but he did.
But how believable is that? Do you think that would actually come true? We have our doubts. Why?
It's never happened before.
It's never happened before. It's not likely.
Right.
But you can't say not from a small town because Jimmy Carter came from Plains, and Plains ain't no big town.
Yeah.
But still, nonetheless, you say, well, it's just not likely the president's going to come out of tie. If this guy, Isaiah, prophesies that Messiah's going to come out of a teeny tiny town called Bethlehem, I'm sure at some point, even those within the Jewish faith are going to say, come on, man. Not from our mother city, Jerusalem? He'll come out of Bethlehem? Come on. We tend to do that, don't we? And so prophecy fulfills itself. So if we understand that about the Bible, then you can say, okay, The Bible has validated itself, so I can use as a source as proof that Jesus lived. That Jesus was a person. It's not just one writer either. It's multiple witnesses. You'll have to film all this, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. It's multiple witnesses that are giving their testimony in this library that we call the Bible. Right? So we have that. But then outside of that, outside of the community of faith, you have other records of this man named Christ. You can refer to the history provided by Josephus, who talks about Christ. And you can find record of him and the impact that he had on those around him, and his crucifixion, his death, that in such and such year, bang, we killed Jesus. So if you have that and you use that, okay, Jesus existed. You're probably not going to have a hard argument with a skeptic that Jesus in fact existed. Because even a skeptic will say that some of the greatest stories are built on some kind of ounce of truth. Okay? Look at that, we didn't use them. Okay, if you find somebody that needs something. Okay.
Ebony.
Becca.
What's up? What you doing? What you doing?
Stop moving.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I can't see you. Are you in there?
Get y'all cooking in the kitchen.
Get some dinner.
Mike, you're getting dinner ready, you and Miss Joy.
That's right.
We are having tacos. Or nachos.
Kiddos.
Oh, you know them all.
Terrence, and they're the kids.
I'm gonna leave you alone, bro. Parts.
No, they mess with me, bro.
You need a queen. You got queen. You got all in the pile. Yo, what in the world? Holy crap, wait, wait, no. Wait, you left it.
They caught on to that game and they like it.
Yep.
No.
Put a piece of aluminum on here.
That's not fair.
Just
No, get up here. Y'all throwing no problem on the table.
trash can.
Bro.
Okay, they got to do this phone.
No.
They done.
What you doing?
Bro, I saw creepy.
Oh, phone we can get out of the bathroom. Okay, I don't care if you have somebody smell revolve, smell green.
Say what now?
Somebody said I smell green. Somebody smelled
Yeah.
Still serve little baby burgers.
Oh,